Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hi everybody.
We are back with part 30 of our Nightmare Before Christmas list.
Oh, Robert!
And did some studying and found out that I was doing things right.
It's
But
good to hear.
it was hard to tell how convoluted this maze is.
Right.
But essentially,
Oh, Robert!
and you brought your green painted friend as well.
Yeah.
Essentially, we're trying to find the key.
Oh, Robert!
I think I'm doing. Hang on, let's face this way. No, how about this
Robert.
way? No,
Oh, Robert!
how about which way do we?
Oh, Robert!
But anyway, this is where we find the key. Henbane? And we discovered that the lady who voiced Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas and
Shock.
Shock,
The female of the Shock, Lock, and Barrel.
yes, actually was a very important voice in our childhoods.
Yeah. And actress too.
Yes,
Catherine O'Hara.
yes.
So yeah, which I briefly mentioned last time, but
We did. We didn't stick around long, but we...
yeah, and I gotta look up more because I know there's more. And I think she was actually the regular like speaking voice for them as well,
Right.
which
No.
was not.
Oh, Robert!
I didn't know. I assumed they had different voices
Oh,
only
no.
because, like Jack Skellington, for example, Danny Elfman was his singing voice, but not his speaking voice. And sadly, I'm blanking on who his speaking voice was done by, but I will look that up again so I can try to commit it to memory. Because I was curious, especially if Kingdom Hearts got the same guy, or if they just got a guy that imitated the original guy.
Right.
That was something, but
There.
that was something I was curious about, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got the same guy, because I know Sony, is working closely with Disney on Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually had a lot of the original cast. Those who are still working, still alive and well, etc.
So, Jack Skellington voice.
Singing voice.
Nice.
Oh, Robert! Oh, Robert!
The Daniel Batman series
And
The
Robert!
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas. And he did the composition for the movie, live action. The Tim Burton Batman movie.
Oh! He did the Tim Burton Batman.
believe
That
so.
connect. My gosh,
Yeah.
yeah, that connection with
Yeah, that.
the Batman movies and the Batman cartoon from that time.
Yeah, that's how I knew. When we were. We've lately been watching Batman the Animated Series together.
Yes.
Because there were a lot of episodes I missed out on as a child. Because I was less interested back then. And that's why, the minute I watched an episode or two, I'm like, is this Danny Elfman? Because it was very similar to the composition of the movies, and I knew that he worked on the movies. I don't know if he worked on all four. Like, I don't know if they kept him on once it was a new director, but I knew he at least was, I believe, worked on the first two.
Right.
So,
The one I'm not sure about is Batman and Robin.
Right, that's the one I am also unsure of, if they kept him or if they did.
Right.
I mean, he became pretty iconic and like connected with Batman because of
Yeah.
all of that. So it's possible.
Yep. That, for me, that was the Batman I grew up with, and you also grew up with.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. In the Corpse Bride, Danny Elfman had a minor speaking role as like a skeleton character. So I'm like, oh, so this is what he would have sounded like if he did Jack's speaking voice. I jokingly thought, but he was kind of more like a sinister skeleton type of guy. So
This is
I don't know. Maybe they had tried it with Danny Elfman, but maybe he just wasn't quite the right fit for the speaking roles. I don't know. I would love to know, but I don't actually know, because the special features on the Nightmare Before Christmas DVD, much to my dismay, are not about the voice acting.
right.
Sadness. I'm going to have to actually seek those out. I'm sure they exist behind the scenes of the voice acting for Nightmare Before Christmas, but the DVD cared more about the production and about the music.
Yes.
So I did get to see Danny Elfman like composing the songs and stuff. Some of that footage, but
Yeah, I had to remind myself how to use an item in this game.
which, by the way, the face and the guitar of, or not guitar, the bass of the
This is Halloween
musicians
town.
have
No matter
was
what
loosely
Oogie calls
based
it.
off of Danny
Go
Elfman.
get him, Jack.
So that's a little
Forget.
Save it now,
trivia thing I remember.
or risk doing it again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Danny Elfman's a bass player?
I don't know. I just know that I forget where I heard it, but his head, the head
This
and
is
bass was
Halloween
based off
town.
of him.
No matter
Gotcha.
what Oogie calls it. Go get him, Jack.
I don't
Don't
know if he
forget.
actually voiced the head because
Save
the
it
head
now.
speaks, but
Or risk doing it again.
I find it fascinating, I have to be honest.
yeah. But definitely, you look at pictures of Danny Elfman, he is a redhead. So,
Nice.
I mean, I don't know if he is now, but last time I looked, he was. But
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is. I'm not trying to be rude. I just
We're not.
he might still have red hair, but I didn't want to make assumptions.
Right.
Anyway, I am going to eat my snack.
Okay. I'm going to try to figure out what to do here.
There's a lot of like barren, empty space. I
There
think
is.
that's why this game was reminding me of Devil May Cry a lot, because there are like there's enemies that walk around and stuff, but there's a lot of barren space in some areas, especially in the second one. Like,
Coal robber.
I think the biggest complaint people had with Dead or Alive, Devil May Cry 2, was that there was a lot of empty, vacant space in some areas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I feel like they probably used the Devil May Cry
Merry
engine to make this
Christmas!
game.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I probably mentioned that like way back in the early parts of this.
Yes, back when the
Playthrough.
first year we did
Coal
this,
robber.
Yeah.
which was 21.
Coal robber.
Have we been working on this for 3 years? Jeez.
I don't know. I know we take an 11th month break.
Right. Yeah. Right. So it could be. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. We probably did it our
Coal
first
robber.
year.
Yeah. Because I know you were really excited about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I'm not a huge horror game fanatic, but then I'm like, well, wait, this... I never played through all of Nightmare Before Christmas, and that's Halloween-y, so...
Yeah.
Because I know that's a thing people like to do in October. They like to review horror movies, or watch horror movies, or play horror games.
They do.
And I'm like, as much as I don't like that tradition, I was like, I guess we should try to do something special on our channel.
Right, and I think it was a smart choice, even though it's not the... It's a difficult game, but it's interesting, because
Yeah.
it's further advancing the story of...
Yeah, and Nightmare Before Christmas has a pretty
Yeah.
good fan base.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a favorite of ours.
It is, and I am so glad that, you know, you were able to enjoy it
Thanks.
and appreciate it after, you know, we met and, you know, you tried it again.
Yes. Yes, I was. I was more appreciative and understanding when at like 13, 14 than I was
At
4.
4, yeah.
Because, yeah, it was...
I was the weird 3-year-old that liked it the first time.
Yeah, that's why you amaze me, admittedly.
I don't know why. It just wasn't scary to me.
That's alright.
While all the other Halloween themed stuff that was actually, I guess, more horror did scare me.
Yes.
Like Goosebumps. Oh my god, no, I could not watch Goosebumps when I was a kid. Even just seeing one clip of a Goosebumps episode,
I understand.
I had a nightmare. And it wasn't even really... Like, today I would probably just laugh about it and not really
Yeah.
consider it scary. But
I confess, I thought they were hysterical. Also, like, watching them again. But I understand why you were...
and I could handle the books because, you know, when it's a book, you can... I feel like you have more control.
Yeah.
Maybe some people don't feel this way. Maybe their imagination goes a little crazy and they can't control it. But I felt like I had the freedom to imagine it at like a level of scary that I could handle rather than pushing myself beyond that.
I understand. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah. And that, I guess that's the other reason I struggled with the rare book to movie adaptations that I actually read the book first. I say rare because I'm not like an avid reader, so there's really only like 1 or 2 examples where I actually read the book first.
Yeah.
Because I think I imagined it so completely different than how the movie interprets it, and then I just end up getting frustrated.
Yeah, I felt that way too.
Yeah.
Even watching movie versions of other famous books.
Yeah.
I can remember when I picked up the Goosebumps book, Welcome to Dead House, and read that, and the kids actually came off the zombie children came off a lot more sinister in the book than they did in the TV show.
Yeah, and I'm sure some of that is what they can get away with in the book and not on the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of disturbing. Like, the first time I watched it, I remember feeling uncomfortable, actually, with the episode version of Welcome to Dead House, but watching it again, it was like, oh, it's a bit unsettling. I think...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think the part that I found most unsettling was how the TV show ended. Cause, well, the dog gets involved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like for some like bizarre reason, an anime that I watched, like anime that tends to be depressing or violent, there was at least like 2 different anime where they torture a dog or hurt the dog, and I'm like, what is it with these shows and hurting dogs?
Oh, God.
I'm like, yeah, it made me very upset.
Yes.
I don't like seeing animals get hurt.
I do not either, and I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to make a adjustment to the fact that the felly tone won't stop talking. If you catch my drift.
Yeah. It keeps telling you about the text until you
Yep. And
spider.
yeah. How disgusting.
There are so many spiders in this game, like the
Continue.
huge mini boss spiders.
Oh yeah, you have to horse whip those things on the glowing part.
And I'm like, why couldn't they have come up with a little more variety? Like they could have had some scorpions or something else too.
Yeah. Why not?
Why is it always spiders?
Yes. Why does it have to be spiders?
Yeah. Why does it have to be spiders?
I suppose it could be snakes. But yeah, the other one that I always see is bats.
Yeah, bats too.
What did a bat do to you?
It's just creatures associated with Halloween.
Right.
Bats, snakes, spiders.
Yes. And we're not talking Rouge the Bat.
No.
Although that would be a different story.
I don't think Rouge would be attacking Jack.
No, she wouldn't.
She'd have no reason. He doesn't have any jewelry.
Right.
No gems.
Right. And from a different universe, and she's dealing with a talking skeleton is low on her agenda.
Right.
Especially if it doesn't involve the Master Emerald or Chaos Emeralds or flustering Knuckles the Echidna.
Right. Or her government job that everybody forgets about.
Yes.
She is a government spy. It's kind of still referenced in Sonic Heroes, but then after Sonic Heroes it seems like it's not mentioned again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, she can both be a treasure hunter and a government spy. She can be both.
She can.
Multifaceted.
And very talented.
Yeah.
Still remember the episodes of Sonic X that we watched. The relationship with Sonic X.
They just, somewhere along the lines, they're like, we're gonna reset Rouge's character.
They did.
Because they're like, well, now that we've had her grow and improve as a character, we don't know what to do with her. So we're gonna reset her. I don't like it when in a story they like become convinced, well, this character can only grow in one specific
Toe robber.
And then they think, oh, they're done. There's no more growth, no more development. All we can do, if we want to keep making episodes with this character, is to start them from square one. It's like, no. Think of other ways they could improve.
Got plenty of choices.
I mean, real people are like that. There's always stuff we need to do.
Right. Anyone can change. You just have to drive to do it.
Yeah, and in different ways. And a lot of well-written characters don't just have one weakness.
Right.
And sometimes, and I see that even with characters that the show decides, oh, they only have one weakness that.
Yeah, I hate it when they get lazy writing and flanderized characters because...
I'm like, why do I see your character as more three-dimensional than you yourself?
Yeah. I ask myself that same question when I watch characters
Yes. And you know one show that's very, very guilty of that is One Word Wonder.
Oh, yeah. That is true. After reaching the 6th season?
Oh yeah, that one too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Yes, we have made it to season 6 of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes.
Which is officially new territory for both of us.
Yes. Shows neither one of us have watched.
Yeah, and we're like, wow, this just feels like season 5 2.0.
Yeah. Little to no development.
We're really hoping that it picks up. Because sometimes seasons just have a slow start, or they don't have, maybe don't have the best start. And I think back in season 4 there was a continuity error where they like aired an episode before.
Yes.
Oh my
gosh.
They had an episode from before where it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So like we see this character we have no knowledge about. They're like referencing this event that didn't actually happen yet.
Yes, and then the next episode is
or it was like 2 episodes later, 2 or 3 episodes later, and then it introduced that character, and I'm like, oh, so that's what happened with that. And you know, it's sad to realize that Batman the Animated Series DVDs do it out of order.
Oh yeah, the episodes were arranged in order of production.
Yeah, production order, but the problem with that is it's not chronological order.
Right.
So like, all of a sudden, in the very beginning of the DVD, like, episode 3 or 4 maybe, it's the Christmas special.
Yes.
And all of a sudden he's there with Robin, and I'm like, why is Robin here? And Robin is not in the next episode. So I'm like, why was Robin here for 1 episode? And then he's gone. Does that mean through a lot of the series, Batman was working alone?
Yeah, he was. And which is interesting that they made the Christmas special second and then waited until November, like late November, early December to actually air it.
I mean, like, okay, fine, so you produced in not chronological order, that's fine. But can you please, on the DVD, put it in chronological order?
And when they broadcasted the episode, oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know if broadcast order is correct. Who knows? I would hope broadcast order is correct, but...
If I check this, Spiral Hill will stretch out. Something about getting this device to work. And Spiral Hill will stretch out.
And then we'll get to walk on it like in a movie.
Yeah.
Toll robber. Toll robber.
Yes.
Toll robber.
Oh man, but yeah, on my
Toll robber.
last flight to Japan, I watched Nightmare Before Christmas Japanese dub, which was pretty fun.
Toll robber.
The Japanese voice of Mewtwo was the Japanese voice of Jack Skellington, which I'm like, well, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Now, how do
I just wish that they could work out getting the Japanese version of Pokemon over here.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I know everybody and their brother and sister back in the day were able to access it in Japanese on the internet.
Oh, do I?
But I wasn't so lucky. So I would love to at least just see season 1 and maybe season 2 in its originally intended language.
The Japanese Pokemons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because all of our DVD releases are only the 4Kids version.
Come on.
And like I've looked, I can't find any with the Japanese language track. And they do the same stuff with Yu-Gi-Oh. Let me know in the comments though, because somebody claimed you could get the original Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh over here in the US, but I have not seen any proof of this being a thing. I'm pretty sure most of what 4Kids touched has not gotten its original Japanese version released here, other than like obviously One Piece, because Funimation owns One Piece now. That's interesting.
Yeah, so we put the holiday doors on the gravestones and that got the mechanism to work.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Sally.
Sally.
Shame we can't play the music, but
I know. Although I think it probably still works on the cutscenes.
yes.
I will be so angry if they strike us for this.
So would I. That would flat out suck.
I would be like, I'd be like, all right, fine, guys. I guess we won't monetize this one.
Here we are. These two.
It's so weird that they like change the lyrics in this game.
Yeah.
It makes me think they couldn't quite make the same lyrics.
Ooh. Okay, so what do we do now? I forgot that thing can extend.
Yes. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we completed Spiral Hill.
Yeah.
Time D. No.
Yeah.
Combo
Clear
A.
time.
Okay. Wow.
Damage.
DA, and the final grade
Exclamation mark.
is
Count.
C.
Nightmare. Rank.
Yeah, those darn things.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Sorry, I'm really...
I know. Head hurt.
Soul
Yeah,
bonus.
and it's really hard for me to...
Well, we'll probably stop here for now because it's almost
yeah,
time. And
I'll
this
still
is,
save the game, yeah.
of course, this is a good stopping point. So, all right, guys, we will see you next time.
Yep, take care, everyone. Bye.